If you're planning a trip to Budapest, then you will want to see this first. This video will show you everything you need to know to have the best experience. I will show you the highlights of the city that you don't want to miss, where to stay, how to get around, how much things cost, introduce you to key parts of Hungarian food and culture. So regardless if you're here for a few days or a few weeks, you can plan to make the most out of your experience here. And if you stay until the end, I will share with you some of the mistakes that tourists make that you will want to avoid. You ready? Let's go. Budapest is the capital of Hungary. It was originally 3 separate cities that merged together in 1873. Now the Danube River separates the city, where the west is referred to Buda and the east is referred to Pest. While many of the historical landmarks are located on the Buda side, I would recommend that you stay on the Pest side. You'll find it closer to the city center. There's a plethora of dining options and trendy bars. It's a bit more budget friendly, and it's easier to get around. Budapest is rich with history, and it's recognized for its vibrant nightlife, but it's also the spa capital of the world. With over 120 hot springs in Budapest, Széchenyi being the largest thermal bath in Europe, and is the most popular with tourists. But if you want to avoid huge crowds, there are actually several others worth visiting. Gellert is connected to a hotel and has been featured in films because it's so beautiful. Rudas has a rooftop bath overlooking the Danube River. There you can get cocktails and listen to music. Yes, the thermal baths are warm, but the breeze up here actually makes it very tolerable and very relaxing. The caveat here is that there are separate days of the week designated for men and women. Co-ed is only on the weekends. The thermal waters are believed to have health benefits, and spa treatments are often prescribed by physicians. Rudas is nicknamed the Fountain of Youth because their drinking hall is where you can drink the mineral-rich spring water that is said to have anti-aging properties. It tastes like solid. The chain bridge is the oldest suspension bridge in the city, and it's the first bridge to connect Buda to Pest. From here, you can take the second oldest funicular in the world up to Castle Hill. While you're in the Castle district, you'll want to check these places out. Buda Castle, which holds much of Hungary's history, Fisherman's Bastion, which is a beautiful medieval-style lookout point, and Matthias Church, where royals used to get married. And you can too for 150 euros. No, seriously. It might be worth it to get a tour guide because you can find things out that you might have never known. This is the happiest horse in all of Budapest. If you touch his golden nuggets, it will bring you luck.
Yes! Lucky.
Yeah. Because Buda has so many hills, you have many great views of the city. Gellert Hill is the second highest point in the city. It's an easy 30-minute scenic walk up to the Citadel, where the Liberty statue stands, which is actually seen throughout the entire city. Its symbol has changed over Hungary's very complicated history. If you want to get into nature, Buda Hills holds the highest point at Elizabeth Tower. Buda Hills also has an interesting Guinness World Record. So we're on our way to see the Elizabeth Tower, which is supposed to be the highest point in Budapest to see the city. On our way there, it started pouring, raining, so we had to go hide under some shelter. We came down and found this railway. There's something special about this railroad. It's ran by kids aged like 10 to 17. It's very unique here. The longest children's railway in the world. All jobs and stations are managed by children aged 10 to 14, except for driving. For 800 forint, you could take the scenic ride back down the hill. Now moving on to the Pest side, if you're into history, there are several museums that are worth checking out, but I highly recommend taking advantage of one of the free walking tours. Having a tour guide keeps you from missing out on things like the Shoes and Danube Bank, a chilling memorial to the 20,000 Jews who were brutally murdered along the river and forced to remove their shoes because they were considered valuable commodities in World War II. You'll find a lot of interesting facts, like there's a scavenger hunt for over 20 miniature statues scattered throughout the city. Other places you might want to check out are St. Stephen's Basilica, Heroes Square, which commemorates the founders of Hungary, and of course the iconic Parliament. It is an incredible building and so eye-catching from every angle, especially when it's lit up at night. You'll find that Pest is very lively at night. There are plenty of rooftop bars overlooking the beautiful lit up city. There are boat parties and dinner cruises. They even turn the infamous Széchenyi Spa into a party. I should warn you that the entrance fee is $60 and drinks are $10. Damn! can't talk about the nightlife in Budapest without mentioning the ever so popular ruin bars. These are found in the Jewish quarter. They are neglected pre-war buildings turned into artistically decorated bars. I'd recommend checking out Simplakert, Instant Fogash, or Dobos, as they're pretty big with multiple rooms to give you that true ruin bar experience. If you want something more low-key, you can just walk a block anywhere. You'll find that the streets are often filled with people and restaurants, which actually make it feel fairly safe at night. Budapest is a popular spot for college students all over Europe, and a majority of people you run into can speak English. So it's easy to make friends. It's also relatively inexpensive, and you can make it work for any budget. You can take advantage of free walking tours. There's hostels as low as $17 a night. Beers are only $2.50. You'll have an amazing culinary experience no matter what you're craving or your diet preference. But if you want to try true Hungarian food, goulash would be the dish. It is beef stew and can be served with a soup or over noodles. Chicken paprika and longos are also very popular. If you're not a big eater and you kind of just want to try things, you can head to the Great Market Hall. There's a restaurant on the top floor where you can try a small bit of everything. Budapest has a very robust transportation system. It is incredibly easy to get around. I found that staying in Pest, most things I needed daily were within a 20-minute walk. You have everything from renting bikes, scooters, segways. The roads are flat and they have dedicated lanes for your safety. If you want to use public transportation, you can buy tickets from any vending machine. They're pretty easy to find at most stops. Depending on your need, there are tickets ranging from a single ride to unlimited rides for 24 hours. You can get a 3-day pass, a 1-week pass, or even a month pass. And one ticket is good for all forms of transportation around the city, whether you're using the metro, the trams, buses, or trains. While they don't have Uber, they do have a rideshare app called Bolt. They also have taxis, but you have to be cautious. So make sure to stick around until the end because you won't want to miss out on those details. So if you're trying to figure out when to go, Budapest is a really fun city regardless of the time of year. There's always something to do. Winter is November to March and the temperatures can occasionally hit the negatives, and sunset is as early as 4 p.m. The spring and summer are the most popular time. Midsummer can reach the 90s. And this leads me to the final segment, things you need to know before you go. But before I do that, if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate your support by simply giving this video a thumbs up. And if you want more like this, hit the subscribe. Okay, so here are some key things you will want to know before you go. 1, air conditioning. If you're going in the summer, you may want to do a bit of research about where you're staying. You'll find that several hostels, Airbnbs, restaurants, bars, they don't have AC everywhere. Or they may have a very small AC unit that's only effective if you're standing right next to it. My apartment didn't have any AC, I had 2 fans. It was tolerable until it hit the 90s. Check the weather, know your comfort level. 2, pay with card. If you buy public transportation, pay with a credit card or give exact change. It's been known that people tape up the slots so that you don't receive your change back, and then they come back later and collect the money. 3, make sure you validate your tickets. If you're taking public transportation, you can validate your ticket in the yellow boxes. They're on the trams or right outside the metro. If you have a multi-day travel card, this isn't necessary, but there are security on board. They're either dressed in blue or they can be in common attire. If your ticket isn't validated, the fine is the same as if you never bought a ticket, and it's 8,000 forint, which is almost the same cost as a monthly pass. 4, beware of freelancer taxis. Be cautious waving down any taxi. There are company taxis and freelancer taxis. The companies will often have a set price or use a meter. You have to be cautious if you end up in a freelancer taxis. They may seem friendly when you get in the car, and they may not use a meter, and they won't give you an estimated price. And then when you get to the destination, their demeanor changes entirely. You find that you're getting overcharged and they bully you into paying more. The difference to look out for is that any company taxi will actually have a logo on the doors. 5, lastly, be cautious of scams trying to take advantage of drunk tourists. While you shouldn't be buying drugs in a foreign country, it's known that they might sell you fake drugs or escort you to an ATM and bully you into pulling out more money. There are also stories of girls approaching guys to go and grab drinks, And then when they get the bill, they find out they're being overcharged. In order to avoid these scams, just always check the prices and review the bill. But despite all these things, I felt very comfortable traveling solo in Budapest. It was so easy to get around and meet people, and I do hope this video has helped you to get excited for Budapest. See you in the next one.